right, guys, we are live.
Okay.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
It's
Hello.
nice to be off work,
Hello.
isn't it?
Mhm.
Hello.
Uh-oh, I forgot to turn the sound down on my phone. Hang on. Oh, my goodness, I sound like Lisa. Hang on. So I have some... I have some stuff to open today, but I want to remind everybody to please, as you're coming in, hit the thumbs and subscribe if you haven't, and all that good stuff. I want to go here so I can watch the comments. Okay. So we have a variety of things here. What do you guys want me to open first? I have like mini brand stuff and I have diamond painting. So what would you like to see first?
I just got notified that you went live.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. It's only
I want to
just
see the
gone live, I
diamond
think.
painting.
Okay. So we'll start off with... So unfortunately, it's not in the packaging. And the reason for that is when it came in, there was a lot of rain, and my husband was trying to save everything that came in that day by taking it out of the wet boxes right away.
Hi, Kaz.
Oh, hi, Kaz.
Hi, Kaz.
You could jump up here if you felt like it. Okay, so here's the thing. This is a mystery diamond painting. I'm not going to unpeel all of it, but see?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is. Do you? You see it? So the whole point of this...
Can't see what that is.
Turn
Right,
it on
you're
edge. I think it goes that way.
You think it goes this way?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Looks
I
like
don't
an
know.
Maybe. Is that
Maybe.
a dog in the bottom?
Hi, Evie Scorpio.
Hi, Evie.
Hello, Evie.
All right, do what everybody, what Kaz said. Kaz said hit the likes. Okay, so I guess we'll
Yeah.
find out what that is. It is
Oh,
a
I
small
see.
one, so I probably might try to do it after the one I'm working on now. And it came with 2 pens.
Oh.
And a tray that has the little funnel and 2 pieces of wax and little baggies for the drills.
Well, that's nice.
That's lovely.
It actually has a question mark as the picture, but it did come with the drills. So hopefully all of them are in there. Hi, Knick Knack.
Hi, Knick Knack.
Hi, Knick Knack. Just us 3.
Okay, so that's probably the less exciting one. The other one is my expensive one. And what I will do first is show you what I ordered. Now, I told Lori not that one, if she will actually start diamond painting, this is going to be her prize. Now, it looks blue here, but I promise you it is not. That is purple.
That is gnarly.
Right? And it has a multi-applier and a regular head. Okay.
Nice.
What are you laughing about, Lisa?
I love that word.
Gnarly?
Gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the one that I bought for myself. Now, the reason why I bought these 2 was because I got free shipping, so I might as well get something for it, right? And free shipping. So this is actually a little more green than it looks in here, but it is kind of a yellowy green. It's got like little flecks in it that are supposed to look like leaves. And it also has a multi-placer, and obviously I've been using it already. So
yeah.
It has stuff in it.
That's glue, is it?
It's what?
Is that glue, did you say?
Glue. What?
Yeah. In that thing.
The end of it?
It's wax.
No, it's not wax. It's the blue tack stuff.
Oh, you bought that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I've been trying that, and oh my God, you don't you could go a whole sitting and not have to worry about replacing it. So here is the box. This came from the Diamond Art Club. Let's see if I can angle it there so there's no reflection. Okay.
Very nice.
And here's what is supposed to be in it. Let's see. I can't read though. A Song for the Moonlight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really expensive because the artist, they work with, artists, and so the artist obviously gets a piece of the pie. Well, this isn't cooperating, so I'm going to.
Kim.
Yes.
I'm going to have to go to the loo. I'm really sorry. I know, literally, it will be the only time, but I should have gone before I came in.
Do you know that I went before I got on?
I know. I didn't realise. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
Suddenly commit. So I'll be
it's okay. I just, if you go quickly, you'll probably get back before I get it opened.
Okay. I'll be back in a second.
Leaky Lisa.
Hi, Mrs. Roger Rabbit. If you didn't see that I sent you a text, don't discuss it right now, but I just want to make sure that you do check it if you haven't. It's some personal information. Let's see. Okay,
well, you paid for the packaging.
Yeah. What? It seems like there's more stuff in it. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I got a little sticker with what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
I think I might be too close. Okay. And then here's my kit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this place kind of gives you, although it's blue instead of pink, it's still the same kind of thing. I got a grippy, some baggies, a clear tray with a funnel. These are kind of cute though. The little waxies from this place, they're shaped like a heart.
Aww.
Right? And they are in a fairly nice bag. I mean, this bag is pretty nice and sturdy. So I have to commend them for that. Okay, let's get that back in there. And then we have the normal plastic that the diamond painting is in. Uh-oh. And everything's fallen through the center. Oh my God. This feels like felt on the back of here. Okay. Mr. Shannonite, that is good timing. Sorry I'm late. I was putting glue on Loopy Lisa's toilet.
That's what I just read.
Okay, so this is like really, really awesome. This feels so nice. It feels like felt. Okay.
Oh dear.
It's a velvet painting. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Can you see it? Because it's bigger than me. I mean, it's pretty big. It is, holy moly cats. I'm going to have to make room on my desk here. It is, does it even tell me how big it is? Yeah, I think it does up here. 55 by 78.
55 centimeters?
Yes. It is. That's usually what they're measured in. Huge. But it looks like their printing is really, I don't know, I can't see because it's so big. Can you see it? It looks like their printing is really good.
It is.
Like really, really good. So I paid $49.99 for this painting. As a matter of fact, if I can remember after the live, I will, or maybe while the live, maybe while Lori's reading the story or something, I will go and pull the link up for this and put it in the description. And then it comes with a step-by-step instruction booklet, like literally tells you how to do the diamond painting.
Wow.
Yeah. Definitely worth the money, huh?
Can I just say hello? I can see Sakura Girl. Hello, Sakura Girl. Hello, Mr. Shannonite. Hello, Mrs. Roger Rabbit.
Okay. Hi, Sakura Girl. let's see. Hang on. I'll see if I can. See, I told you the diamond painting was so huge I couldn't see anything. Evie Scorpio. I already said hi to her. Okay, I think we're good. So yeah, it looks like it's definitely worth the money. They definitely make the picture big enough that it should like turn out really good, right? You know, obviously buying the cheaper ones, you know, quality's not there. But for me, it was about learning how to do it and not wasting a lot of money messing up. I mean, if I messed up this $50 one, I wouldn't be too happy, right?
No, that would be bad.
And no, this will not be one of my giveaways ever because I'm making this for my husband. I figured he would not be upset if I was spending that much money on him. So, not that he really cares how much money I spend. Okay. All right. So.
I love this like what?
All right. So now, do I do the balls or the case to open?
I want to see the case.
Okay. Let me close up this box so I don't lose anything out of it. Okay. You want to see the case.
Oh, Mrs. Roger Rabbit got 4 for $13 from Amazon.
She got what?
She got 4 for $13.
Yes, you can get some really good deals. You really can. So you know, obviously, it just depends on what you're after. I'm still wanting to, and I'm just kind of. I found some websites by looking at some other diamond painters that's been around on YouTube for a while, and so I found some other websites. I'm going to try probably to order one from a few of them, and then I'm probably going to order like, you know, a specially made one. Okay, so this is what I'm opening, guys. I just took the plastic off of it. It's supposed to have, it's a collector's box. It's supposed to have 4 exclusive minis inside. So we'll see. Okay, so far I see 2, but it looks like there's a. Okay, so when I open. What?
Sakura Girl said something lovely.
She did?
Yeah, she said, I
really love this community.
It feels like hanging out with nice friends. Oh. That's lovely.
That's great, because that's kind of what we want. We just want to have fun, and, you know, we're friends, and we just, you know.
Yeah.
You want to kind of share the love. Okay, so this is what it looks like inside. So I have 2 already placed in here, and then this piece I have to take out. So when I take this out, I now have, let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I got something for my son, I think. Oh my God, it's so little. Washable glue, collectible. It's, oh my God, look at that. It's Crayola.
Aww.
You know, and the Marines love the crayons, so I'm going to have to send him this. Okay, so here's one of the other ones I got in here. It is SpongeBob SquarePants robot. Of course, you know, there's no pieces in it or anything, but
another SpongeBob.
Can you see it? I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something's in there. I wonder if I can open the box. Oh my gosh! You want to know what their filler is? It's not even foam. It's an accordion. It's an accordion piece of cardboard. That's great. That's great. Okay.
It's cheaper.
Yes. Okay. Everybody's favorite childhood memory. Can you see what it is? It is a slip and slide.
Oh.
And because the last JoJo bow wasn't enough, we got
you have another one.
Lol, Kaz.
But the other one was not silver though, right? It wasn't, was it?
No, it had blue in it. It was like multicolor, wasn't it? Kind of.
That's what I thought. Okay, so evidently, I'm guessing these are all the things you could get in here. Maybe? Is that what this is, you think? Maybe. Or maybe that's all the ones that fit in here? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But I figured it was worth it for 4 exclusives. I don't know how exclusive they are.
Where did you find it at?
Amazon.
Oh.
All right. Gold or toy? Gold or toy?
I chose last time, Lisa. It's your turn.
Gold.
Gold. She's
Gold.
Good
going
choice.
for the gold.
Yeah.
Okay, the zipper's already started on this one, so it's probably a good thing. Okay. Let's see.
Hi, Gigi.
Hi, Gigi. I hope you're enjoying your dinner. What are you having? I had St. Louis style pizza, and I don't know what Lisa had for supper, but she had fish and chips for lunch. That much I know.
Well,
that was my dinner.
that was
Oh,
her,
was that your
yeah.
dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, that was my
6 hours.
lunchtime. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I forgot. I'm telling you, work's been a something. All right, so here we are. We have all of our pieces. Okay.
Is it gold?
Instead of potatoes.
Stovetop stuffing.
Right. Okay.
What's that?
Don't stick to me, I'm telling you. Okay. Oh my goodness. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see what it is?
Feta cheese.
Uh-huh. It's a cute little container.
That's how it comes.
Ooh.
No, I
Actually,
mean
that's
it's
kinda
like
nice.
if let me tell you, if I paid that much money for a thing of feta cheese that was actually this size, no way. But
No, but I mean,
it's cute.
Very cute. It is very
Stop
cute. I like
sticking
feta cheese as well.
Okay, what else we got here? Yeah, ooh, anything cheese, Evie Scorpio says. I am right there.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's see if I can get the stuff to quit sticking on me. See, it won't come off. Let's see. Get off of me. There we go. You ready?
is that Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Oh, my
gosh.
God.
How appropriate.
Oh,
Boy, God sure does have a sense of humor, doesn't he?
that is pretty funny.
Uh-huh. I had one in the last one, didn't I? The other one I opened, the other gold one, right? Because I only bought 2 gold ones, and I opened the other one last week.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh. What does that say? Oh. Stubbs. Stubbs. Barbecue
Okay.
sauce? Does anybody know what that is?
No.
Does anybody know what that is? Where that's located? It says original legendary barbecue sauce. Oh, let's see. Oh my God. I'll pull out the diamond painting magnifying glass, maybe. Made right. This is the real deal, the original. And it's tangy tomato vinegar, molasses, and black pepper are going to treat you right. Let's see, where is it made? It's kosher, gluten-free, no high fructose corn syrup. So we should probably find this wherever it's at. Texas. It's from Texas. Go figure.
Mm-hmm.
Do not use if shrink wrap is broken or missing. Well, there wouldn't be enough in here to worry with anyway.
Right.
But
No.
I might have to look up this. I might have to look up this barbecue sauce because it sounds good, doesn't it?
It's probably on Amazon.
It's probably good because,
Oh.
you know, it's from Texas.
Well, yeah.
Mrs. Roger
they-
Rabbit says that's the only barbecue sauce she buys.
Mrs. Roger Rabbit. You're going to have to hook me up then if we can't find it. Okay. Now we all know and love this ingredient.
It's some kind of spice. I just
It
can't
is.
tell.
Yeah,
Cinnamon?
I know.
It's backwards.
No, it's not backwards. Well, okay. The picture's flipped, but it is
Yes.
backwards.
What is that?
Austin. They make it in Austin. It's delicious. Marinate your chicken and oh my gosh. Okay, we have to find out if they have it on Amazon. If anybody feels like looking that up while we're live, I would really appreciate that. Otherwise, I'll have to remember to do it later. Okay, so that was your gold ball, Lisa.
Thank you. Thank
Are
you
you
very much.
happy? Are you happy with
That
that?
was worth it.
Okay.
Very.
Now we're going to the toys. Because, you know, we're all kids at heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious me, oh my.
Oh, Mrs. Roger Rabbit's going to ship you some.
Oh, that would be awesome. Well,
and Evie wants some too.
Notice that this one is not cooperating. There must be something really good in it.
It's a snake.
It is. It reminds me of those ones on 4th of July that, you know, the little round disc things that you light and then it goes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know why parents ever let us play with them because they just made a mess everywhere. Little black marks everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
My dad actually used to give us a cinder block to do ours on, but I can't tell you how many driveways we messed up. You know, at friends' houses, just doing them on the driveway. Let's see. All right, now that one is almost, there we go. Okay, completely open now. Oh, Lisa, you missed it last week. You know what I got last week?
No.
A gold SpongeBob. I never got a gold out of the first series of mini brand balls. My very first toy ball, I think it was the first one, wasn't it?
It was.
A gold SpongeBob that my daughter says she's going to steal. I got another gift for my son.
Oh, more crayons.
He's going to love this. Okay.
Wow. Oh, wow. Very cute.
Well, oh, I think I know what it. No, it's not. I thought it was one of the water shooter guns, but it's not. It's my least favorite. Well, yeah, pretty much my least favorite thing in the world. Do you see what it is?
It looks like a snake.
It is a snake.
It's a toy snake?
It says Robo Alive.
Oh.
And it looks like there might be dinosaurs too. It says, I move like a real snake. So it must be one of those ones that, like, you know, kind of
wiggle.
I'm very tempted to see if I can open this box. Oh, it's kind of glued a little bit. It's kind of glued. I'm not going to. They don't want us getting in there and seeing how cheaply it's made. I mean, it's a cute snake, and thank goodness it's not a real one. So I guess I can live with that, right? Oh, I saw a video full of Monkey playing with one of those, a full size, of course. He wasn't impressed. Okay. What in the hell is this? It looks familiar, but what is it? Oh. It's a shimmer and shine okay. Racorn play pack. It's like a little play place for the fairies or something. Or I don't know
Didn't you
if
get
they're.
a shimmer and shine last
I
week?
did. I got one of the two. I got shimmer, I think, didn't I?
I think so.
You know,
I
I'm
still
going to
haven't
tell
heard
you,
of them.
I think I really like these toys better. Oh, of course, until I start. Okay, so I think I got this last week, the Frisbee.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. All right, let's. I got Leonardo DiCaprio. No, I got Leonardo, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Oh, you got Leo.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. God, that takes me
Brings
back.
back the memories, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Did you play with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Lisa?
Not so much. It was my brother that I think he actually had a costume. I'm pretty sure he had a ninja ninja costume and used to kind of do all the moves.
Okay, I have to catch up on these messages. Okay, hubby is on it. Oh, tell your hubby thank you. He's awesome. Let's see. Evie Scorpio said, "Oh my God, can I get some sent to the UK?" Oh, reminder, everybody, join us in Discord. Nightbot told us. You know, Lisa used to call him my best friend, and you really don't call him that anymore. And Mrs. Roger Rabbit said, "Oh, he just found it by the gallon. We have to order some of that." Oh, see, I'm causing you to find something nice for yourself. I bet we could arrange a care package at Evie Scorpio. Wait until I get out of quarantine, though. I can send you a box of Texas staples. Okay. Sakura Girl says, Evie Scorpio, you have no idea what sassy is until you meet. I don't know. I'm going to put this up here because I don't want to butcher that name. Does anybody know what that name mean? Oh my gosh. I shouldn't have put that up there because now I see, of course, the sex monster really big. but it is Friday night and we're supposed to be having fun. Hubby says he recommends the mesquite. It's all good. That's just our favorite. Oh, mesquite's fine. I love mesquite. Evie says, at Mr. Roger Rabbit, care package, LOL. Yeah, this lockdown is poop. Lovely thought. I'll have a look online. Okay, so then she said she saw the video of the monkey playing. Evie said, Sakura Girl, I don't know what that was. I didn't know that was his nickname. That's fab. And then Sakura Girl says, I opened my front door to check if I can get my car out of the garage tomorrow for my appointment. What item are we all raving about? I want to see if they have it in the Great White North. Oh, it is Stubbs barbecue sauce. It's made in Texas, evidently. It was one of the things I opened in my mini brand ball. I'd never heard of it before. Bush's baked beans goes well with the sauce. My Chinese food needs to get here quick, y'all, making me hungry. I'm sorry. Well, Mrs. Roger Rabbit, I had emos. That's what I had for dinner. So maybe if you're sending me barbecue sauce, maybe I'll send you some frozen emos or something. Let's see. Sakura Girl, it was a marinade sauce, I think. Sakura Girl said to Evie Scorpio, I suppose that Energizer Bunny would have suited him just as well, though. They must be talking about something. I have no idea what they're talking about. Okay, so then they said Stubbs. Yes, Evie, which one? Do you know the name of it? They're still talking about that sex monster thing. I have no idea.
Okay, so skip down a little. She just explained it. Sakura Girl just explained it. Sorry, at WhiteTiger.
Is it not hit? Has it not hit? Nope, it just hit here. Okay, sorry, WhiteTiger Unplugged. I was talking about my stud Turkish Angora cat. His name means heavenly star in Hawaiian. Oh, okay. I'm glad we were talking about a cat and not a stripper, because I was beginning to wonder.
Why did you think they were talking about a stripper?
Well, I mean, what else is somebody going to call a sex machine unless it's like some kind of male prostitute? I mean, what am I supposed to think? It's Friday. People are probably drinking more than what I am because I'm just drinking vitamin water. Sakura Girl says she's going to find that sauce. It sounds delicious. Okay, so M&M Mom and I kind of started this thing about these Reader Digest stories. And she thinks that people might get offended by this story. It's not racist or anything because we wouldn't do that. But it is like, what'd you say? It was 1969?
1964.
1964, even worse, right? Story about, like how men look at women. So I don't want anybody to get offended, but last week we kind of had a story about why women get drunk, and it was kind of funny. You just have to look at it that, back then they didn't think the way that we do now. So I just kind of want to make this disclaimer because she was afraid there would be a riot in the chat, and I don't want a riot in the chat because I don't want my mods getting unhappy because my mods, they'll get rid of your being able to comment, and I wouldn't want that. Okay. So we're all going to take this, and we're going to take it like it's a funny Friday kind of thing, and we're not going to get upset, and we're probably going to have a good laugh at it.
And
right?
These are not the views of the person reading the story.
Or the channel, or me, or Lisa, or anybody that's in the chat right now, probably.
No, definitely.
Well, I don't know anything about it yet. This will be my first time hearing.
Did you ever read the Reader's Digest, Lisa?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I love it.
Just remember, guys, 1964. This is 1964 mindset, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully most of you were alive.
I wasn't.
I wasn't either.
God.
Okay, while you read that, I'm gonna go off camera so I can clean up the mess that I opened.
Okay,
but go ahead.
The title is, and here it goes, The Power Men Have Over Women. Disclaimer again, these are not my views. This was actually in Vogue magazine. That's where it came from. The power men have over women is that they wear neckties. That's pretty true. Use shaving cream and are usually bigger than we are. They are not necessarily brighter. True. But they usually have us where they want us, like a man with a dog. Definitely not my view. The Cocker Spaniel, or Poodle, or Basset Hound sits at the feet of the man waiting for three things: a look, a touch, or a word. He wants these more than a bowl of dog food. He'll do anything for them. Now the dog is no more than... Oh, jeez. Now the dog is no more a slave than we women are. Like some of us, he can be very independent indeed, leaving home for the day to chase rats or rabbits, quite able to feed himself and to survive the rough and tumble world outside. But his disposition, like ours, his well-being, his sense of security, still depend on the look in the eye, the touch of the hand, the sound of the voice of the man he returns to at night. But the silly male fool is often unaware of how much a look, a touch, a word can hold for a woman, nor does he seem to have any idea at all of the degree to which their absence can make her cross, resentful, and tiresome. But let's take the eye first. Why should I look at you? The husband says, there isn't anything I don't know about you. There's nothing to look at. He does not mean it unkindly. It's just a married fact of life. This was written by a woman. FYI. You live with a woman or a picture for 10 years or more, and how often do you look? Really look at that woman or picture, and yet the female is starved for more recognition. The direct glance that says, I know who you are there. It is a direct engagement forging an intangible bond between man and woman. If you want to know what tragedy is in the death of love, look at the countless married couples sitting in public places. Their eyes, wait a minute. Their eyes never meeting, Not because the woman does not look at the man. She searches, hoping against reality, but because the man does not look at her, the engagement is broken. Each sits alone, encased in a plastic bag of indifference. It is clearly easier for a man to look at something that is beautiful and new and exciting than at something that is familiar and possibly fading. But he forgets that the familiarity and the fading are part of his doing, and that a woman is invested with beauty and excitement by his attention. We bloom under it, we die without it. Do I have to keep reading this? It's really kind of like gagging me. Just saying.
You picked it. I want to hear it. I
Okay.
told you could let me read it, but you didn't do that.
Well, I'd have to get the book to you. Did you want me to send it airmail?
No, I could swing by sometime.
Okay. Well, next week. Now for the hand. A woman who is not touched may exist as a person, but not as a woman. Here again, I am not talking of ardor. I can't say that word. It is the exceptional man who, after 15 years of marriage and a long day at the office, can lunge at his wife and cover her with passionate kisses. No women, even the most spirited, are much humbler than that. An occasional hand placed fondly on the shoulder, an arm in arm, a brief kiss on the cheek. Things like that make us so happy that we wonder why some men forget them. Are they really that much trouble and effort? We are lovable if we are loved, and part of the loving is touching.
There's nothing wrong with that part.
No, I don't like the dog part at the beginning. We
No.
need words too, not only the comfortable exchange of thoughts and gossip, cozy and welcome as that is, but once in a while words beamed like the look directly at us. Gentlemen, you have heard it before and you shall hear it again. When we wear a new dress and you notice it, say something. One phrase will do. Nice color or not bad or wow. If you're if you don't say anything, we count it a failure. You don't know what power this silence has over us. We brood. It doesn't matter how good we think our taste is, how sure we are of our fashion sense, your silence can shatter our confidence. We would rather have you say, "Isn't that a little too tight?" than nothing at all. We'd rather be mad than ignored. There is nothing in the world that makes a woman walk more proudly and gaily than the verbal pat. Wise men know this. The men who have wit must know what power this, too, can exert on a woman. Make her laugh, and you make her helpless. Women are far more likely to be enslaved on a long term basis by a homely man who is funny than by an Adonis who isn't. In fact, the higher the sights of a woman, the freer her intelligence. The more she values intelligence in men, it exerts a compelling fascination that many men are still slow to recognize, since they confuse it with rivalry or competition. It is women asking the most of men so they can play him homage. The strong, silent man is powerless beside the witty, articulate man. The right word is a mighty weapon. Any comments yet?
I mean, I
No?
didn't live during this time, so I mean, I don't have to deal with it. But I
Yeah,
mean, when you
well,
when you think about it, like, so I think about my grandparents. Okay, my grandmother kind of broke the mold a bit, but when it came to my grandfather, she very much was, the person who, wanted to keep him happy and take care of him. She cooked all his meals. You know, he didn't like to eat, like, fast food or non-home cooked meals, and so she cooked for him every day. And but yet she also broke the mold in that she paid for herself to get through college and get a degree, and she had a very good job, and she would never take more pay than my grandfather made
Wow.
because of, how she viewed her place. I mean, she was vice president of a bank, but she was making less money than my grandfather so that, she never made more money than him. I mean,
Wow.
they just, I guess when you grow up that way, I guess that's, but she wasn't she wasn't she was not unhappy. She, enjoyed herself. They did lots of stuff together. I guess there's ways of living that kind of lifestyle and, you're not miserable, but I'm sure a lot of people, weren't happy living that way with that mentality of males and females, but
It was pretty much the norm back then.
well, yeah, but you didn't really see a lot of women. I didn't, not in my, like families. My grandfather had, a good amount of siblings, and they had families, and it was all the same. Like the wives treated their husbands the same way, and you didn't hear anybody complaining about it. And maybe it's just because that was all they knew. I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's very possible. Okay. Of course, all these powers of men over women emulate from one premise: caring. If men don't care, they don't look or touch or speak. And if they don't look or touch or speak, they shouldn't be living with us anyway. But here we come, I think, to the old and lingering inequity between the sexes. Everything in the long history of the male has conspired toward his self-assurance as a superior being. Everything in the long history of the female has conspired toward her adaptability to him, whether as wife, lover, or mother. We are bred to care for what he thinks, feels, needs more than he is for what we think, feel, and need. There's no valid comparison between a man's economic support of a woman and her hourly involvement in caring for him. We worry more when he looks seedy than he does when we do, because we notice him more. We worry more when he looks bored at a party than he does when we do. He doesn't see it anyway. We concern ourselves daily with what he would like to eat, whom he would like to see, where he would like to go. And this remains true even now, with all this talk of equality and emancipation, and in spite of the very real evolution of women into complete human beings. For there can be no love without this caring and catering by women. The only difference now is that it's voluntary when it used to be obligatory. No longer the price of room and board, but the tender of love freely given. That was it.
See, I thought that wasn't a terrible article. It was explaining the way things were.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so much different.
But the way they explained things back then was very different too. The language that they used and descriptors and a lot of things were different back then.
Yeah. Everything.
I wasn't here, so like I wasn't even alive, so it was very different for me because I didn't exist.
Just rub it in. Just rub it in.
Well, wait a minute, Lisa. You can't laugh at me because you said you didn't exist either.
I didn't know. No, I didn't. Yeah. But I think in those times, it was around about that time that women did start to kind of become more important, I think.
Well, think about this though. Is it really so different? The part where they were talking about, the man doesn't notice, like if you're bored at a party, or do they really notice now? No. Like when you're married and you've been married for a long time, like they don't notice much of anything anymore.
No.
Yeah, so that's
so
true.
Is that really much different?
No, there's quite a lot there that I thought was still true. There was quite a bit there that is still
Actually, yeah.
Like the after 15 years, what man does come in after a day at work and to cover you with kisses and want to do it? It's still kind of like that now, I guess, isn't it? I'm sure
Gigi said that was interesting though. Of course, Mrs. Roger Rabbit said her husband does. She's got a really nice husband. I love her husband.
That's what I mean. There are always exceptions, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so Sakura Girl, I don't know what they said to her, but Sakura Girl said, Evie Scorpio and Mrs. Roger Rabbit, thank you both for your lovely comments. It makes me feel so much better that it's not seen as something pathetic. I lost my best friend the year before my dad died.
Oh, Sakura, I'm sorry.
And Sakura Girl also said, interesting article, not much has changed. I kind of agree with that. I mean, maybe the way we would word that, but we are still basically living in a man's world. I mean, that really is still the case.
It's getting a little closer.
But that was a woman, I'm assuming, that wrote that article.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was a woman that had it published. So, you know, it was obviously good enough to get published and as a woman.
Yes, but do you think if she would have written it differently, like maybe okay, you know how we complain? I mean, we complain about our men, and now people actually write articles like how to know if your man's cheating, and I mean, you know, come on, right?
Yeah.
That's all okay now, but it wouldn't have been back then when she wrote that article. There's no way that kind of article would have been published.
No.
So she kind of had to write it that way so she could kind of break that mold, right? And start getting things published until things started shifting. I mean, so maybe that wasn't really her feelings. It was just the facts of the way that things happened back then.
It's very possible.
I mean, she could have been angrily drinking while she was writing an article.
Yes, she could have been, just like the... or taken to her bed. Isn't that what they said?
Evie Scorpio says, it's always good to read older articles. We always need to check back to see how far we've come or not. Right. Like, we need to do something.
Yeah.
Let's see. Gigi said, yes, WhiteTiger, I was 12 then. Things have changed quite a bit. But yet some things remain the same, right?
But,
right.
For example, I've got a couple of friends, a couple of work colleagues who are women, and they it's their husbands stay at home and look after the children while they go to work, because they have better pay. They get paid. Their job was higher paid than the husband's when they had the children, so it felt like the best way to go about was for the husband to look after the children and the wife. And that's a couple. I've got a couple of colleagues at work that are in that situation. So I don't think that would have really happened back then.
No, absolutely not. And there are strides in that area. Men are helping more with children and things like that. But then there are still things that kind of seem like they're a little bit along the same lines. Mrs. Roger Rabbit said they still put women in asylums for hysteria in the 60s. Well, that's true, because my biological great-grandmother on my mom's side was, when she started going through the change, she was put in a state mental hospital, and she stayed there until she died. My mom, the only place they visited her there, but that's all she ever knew of her grandmother was that. So, because they didn't know, and they just, everything was, well, they must be going Looney Toony.
Yeah.
And at least now they're not, trying to throw us all into, well, can you even imagine throwing a bunch of women going through menopause in an asylum? I would imagine that those poor workers would not be putting up with the fun time there. I mean, really.
They probably drug them.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess. But, still, they still have, fights with the...
Yes, true.
All right, true. So did anybody else have anything that they wanted to talk about? Because I actually was looking up on Reddit. Not Lori's favorite thing.
Oh, I like Reddit. It's quite interesting, some of the stuff that you can find on there.
So I thought maybe I'd try to read something from Reddit. This person wrote, So I think I might be a magnet for some ghosts. I just thought it was an interesting heading, right? So it says, it all started when I was 13 years old. When I was laying in bed around midnight, I saw some blue and white reflections of light, and I also could feel a cold touch on my face. I remember that I felt someone is with me in my room, but it wasn't scary. The presence was not aggressive. I would even say it was calm. This thing was repeating for 2 weeks every night. Finally, I asked my mom if someone from our family had passed away. She said no, that she would tell me. 2 days later, we got the news my aunt, distant family, died abroad, and there were some issues bringing her body to our country. It lasted 2 weeks. Everything was normal after her funeral. There were a few cases when I knew someone was visiting me. Classmates, dad, a neighbor, a couple of people I don't know. 2 years ago, one of my professors died. He let me join his classes for another group, which was more advanced. About 3 weeks after his passing, I had a dream about him. When I woke up, I could feel his presence. I felt his fear, sadness, and anxiety. He died of a heart attack, so his death must have been very scary and lonely. I played Twist and Shout by the Beatles because they were his favorite band. I started crying, and I could feel the moment he left. Till this day, I can still feel the presence sometimes. I don't know who they are. I think they just wander around the world and look for someone that can acknowledge their presence. It's not scary when they come. Sometimes it's just unpleasant. I cannot see them, just a shadow or some reflections which disappear quickly. I cannot hear them. Sometimes I just say, go away, and they go. It is interesting that people who visit me are sometimes pretty far away from me, and I don't even know them well. Do you also have experiences like that? Sorry for my English, it's not my native language. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had loads of experiences with things like that. Loads.
Loads, really?
Oh yeah, with children particularly. Both the children really weird things that have happened. Really odd.
You see dead people?
I do not.
Like the movie?
No, I don't see dead people. Like that. No. But I just had. I think we all at some point have had something really odd happen where you've just not really been able to explain.
Not explain, right?
Yeah.
Not explainable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Gigi Jardine said, at Loopy Lisa, hearts.
Aww.
Sakura Girl said, I regularly feel the presence of the dearly departed. Evie Scorpio, anyone's cat or dog stay at walls. What? Stare at walls or stare at walls probably is what she meant.
Oh, my cats used to freak me right out sometimes. They would literally look at something, stare at it, and then run away. And I'm just sat there thinking, right, what have they left me with? Yeah.
Well,
freaky.
I mean, maybe the good news is you can't see it.
Yeah, that's true. They could see something so horrible. I'm sure other people must have had that. I'm sure.
Sakura Girl says, I just chalk that up to my general insanity. Okay, so do you want to hear about the ghost that lives in my parents' house?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not exactly sure how they figured out that there was a ghost in the house, but I remember my mom and dad, they live in a house that was built in like 1900, right? I think it was finished in 1901 or 1902. And it's on the corner. So it was like a doctor's house that he had built. So they obviously had land, right? So they have the big grand staircase with, the big huge window that would look out, at their property and stuff. And my mom, so there's seven fireplaces and mantles in that house. And when you walk in the doorway, there's an entryway, and that has a fireplace and a mantle. And then when you walk into the first parlor, there's a fireplace and a mantle in there. And my mom bought this clock that she actually had when we all lived in this house, and it worked just fine. And she took it over there and put it on that mantle, and it quit working. And she took it to the shop, and they fixed it, and she brought it back to the house, and it quit working. And I think part of what led them to believe that there must be a ghost in the house was, like, my dad would have stuff missing, just silly things, like the remote for the TV in their bedroom, things like that. And we would search the whole house. All of us, we'd be over there and we'd be looking for it because he couldn't find it. And we'd look everywhere. And then, 2 hours after we'd all been looking for it, it would just be like laying in the middle of their bed. Okay.
Yeah.
And which obviously we'd already looked there, actually more than one of us. And it wasn't there. So somehow my mom figured out that this lady's picture, if it was hanging on the wall in the entryway, like facing that first parlor, that clock would work.
Mm-hmm.
If she took the picture down, the clock would quit working. Really weird, right? So
Wow.
she then came under the assumption that the person, she always thought that picture was, the lady whose house it was, the doctor's wife. And which, I mean, I guess because the house never left the family. What happened was, like, when they died, they left it to their maid. Okay, so this was a direct relative of that maid that my parents bought the house from, right? So I mean, it couldn't have really been anybody else, as old as the picture was. And so she just leaves it hanging up there, and the clock works fine. My dad still has things come up missing, really, really weird stuff. Like his car remote, things like that. And then you find it, like, sometimes months later in really weird places. But I was over there one time. We used to go over and help my mom before I had the kids. My sister and I would help them clean for holidays because they'd have everybody over. And she had to run to the store, and she left me alone in the house. Now, I kind of never really wanted to be left alone in that house. But this time she left me alone in the house, and I had cleaned the kitchen. I just remember I had wiped the stove down and everything, but my mom had this little candle thing that she had up on top of the back part of the stove. There was like a lip there, and she had it setting there. But what I had done when I went to clean that part, I had taken the candle and I had set it down on the stove, and I had wiped that, but evidently, no, I had done it the other way. It was down on the thing, and I put it up there to wipe the bottom, and I forgot to move it back where it belonged. So I walked out of the room to go clean another room, and all of a sudden I hear this crash. And I go in there, and that candle was back where it was supposed to be on the stove. And when my mom came back from the store, I said, "Mom, I love you, and I don't mind helping you clean this house, but you're never leaving me here alone again to clean this house." Because evidently I'm in the same boat that Dad is with this ghost, because no,
That's
not happening.
Weird.
Right?
That is weird.
She slammed it down.
Can I tell you about the weirdest one with my daughter?
No, you can't tell us.
No?
Yeah. Yes, of
You're
course.
so horrible to me.
I love you.
She had there were loads of them with her. I mean, lots. And at one point we lived in a really, really old house. But in this particular one, it was like an apartment, and she was about 3 at the time. And her bedroom in this place was off the kitchen, and I was washing up in the kitchen, and I could see her, and she was just stood looking into looking into her bedroom, and there were steps that went down into her bedroom, and she was just stood looking into her bedroom. And I said, Sophie, are you okay? And she had a chair. She had a bed in there, and she had a chair, like an old kind of Chesterfield chair that was in there. And she went, Mummy, who's that man? And I could feel all the hairs on the back of my neck go up. And I went, what? She went, that man that sits in my chair, who is he? And I thought, I've got to go and look, and I don't want to look because I don't know what I'm going to see.
Right.
And
you don't want anything to be there.
Yeah. And I was thinking, I don't want to go. And I went, what are you doing? And she went, that man. And she was, and I went, oh, I've got to go and look. I've got to go and look. So I walked over, and obviously there was nobody there. There was nobody sat in this chair. And I went, Sophie, there's nobody there. And she was like, yes, look, he sat there. Look. Why is he there? Why does he sit in my chair? And it was the weirdest thing because she could blatantly see a man.
You do know that kids are more susceptible to seeing.
I know they are. She was Sophie was incredibly susceptible, but that was, and after that there were lots of things that happened where she'd see people and just odd. Really
well, evidently my daughter for years had been seeing somebody in our house, and my mom took my daughter and my son to Springfield, Illinois, where they have all the Abe Lincoln stuff. And she came back, and she was kind of young. And she came back, and I guess something must have happened. And she came. What she used to do is she would come to my room, and she wouldn't wake me up to get in bed with me. She would just stand there and look at me, and then all of a sudden you feel like somebody's looking at you, and all of a sudden you're like, I don't want to look. And then you look, and there's your kid, right? And I kept telling her not to do that, but every time she would do it. But of course I would just tell her, come on, get in bed, because I needed to sleep for work the next day. And so I'd be like, just come on, get in bed with me. And I'm guessing that might be a lot of why this happened. But finally, when she came back from Springfield, she did that. She told me the next day, she's like, Mommy, I keep seeing that Abe Lincoln man. And I said, what do you mean you keep seeing this Abe Lincoln man? Because you haven't told me about seeing any kind of Abe Lincoln man. And I have to assume it's because she didn't know how to describe him, right? She didn't have any descriptors to use to tell me what she was seeing. But because this man had a top hat like Abe Lincoln.
Yes. Yeah.
That's when she finally, saw that somebody that wore one of those hats had a name. That's why she, told me that. And and I thought, oh my goodness, because I'd never seen anything, and so of course it bothered me. So I said, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a crucifix, and I'm going to hang it over your doorway. And I told my husband, I said, you spend the night in there, and you tell that damn thing to not come back in this room. And so she didn't have a problem in this room. So then she moves into my son's room, right? So we have to do the same thing, hang another crucifix over that door.
Okay.
And of course, my theory was once you got them out, like they wouldn't be able to cross that threshold to come back in, whoever it was, whatever it was, if they were not good, right? Because I don't know what it is that she's seeing. And and so then I asked her after she'd been in that room a little while, I said, have you been having any problems? And she's like, no, he just walks up and down the hallway now, and he doesn't like the light. So if the light is on, and I thought, oh my God,
Yeah.
But what do you do? You can't see it.
Can I just ask, Gigi, is that better? Gigi said that they couldn't really hear me. So I don't know whether that's any better.
They can't hear you?
Yeah, apparently they couldn't really hear me.
Well,
but I don't know if that's better now. I've put it up to my face a little bit more. This might be better.
Well, let me look at my sound and see if maybe sometimes my let me look at the mixer and see. Yeah, it doesn't look like try it now.
Hello. No, I just did that though.
Can you guys hear her better now?
Is that better? I don't know if that's any better. But they said that did you mute me? while I was
No.
telling my story, Kim? Is that what
No.
you did?
I
Did you
didn't
just
touch.
decide
No.
I'm really joking.
No, because I wanted to have all that blank silence on my live stream. I think what happened when we were talking beforehand, I think I turned my volume down, and that has a habit of,
Oh, okay.
like turning down my volume
Okay.
from the.
Gigi says good. Yes, I
Okay.
think she says that's better. So that's good. Okay. Yeah, but no. Yeah, I think kids. Somebody put in a. I think it was Sakura said kids and animals are really open to paranormal things, and honestly, Sophie was really. I mean, Rhiannon a couple of times did as well, but more so Sophie, for sure. Yeah, all the time, lots.
Well, evidently, this girl that my daughter used to, when she went to a regular school and wasn't homeschooled, that she was best friends with, she would spend the night over at their house, and she told me that there was a ghost over there, and they kind of knew it, but I didn't for a while. But what ended up happening was they were digging in their backyard to make a garden or add to their garden or something, and they found a broken piece of tombstone. Well, come to find out, where their house is where there used to be a cemetery that they moved like across the road, and evidently they didn't take everything with them.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess you just never know. I mean, of course, then there is
No.
always the Exorcist, right?
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. My uncle had to do that. He had to get the house blessed. When he moved into a house, he had to have it blessed because he said it was just awful, just really, really bad.
Yeah.
So he had it blessed because it was just, yeah. So it does happen. I know people do.
Mrs. Roger Rabbit said, probably a Civil War soldier. There are a lot of soldiers in St. Louis. And I actually asked her that, but she said it didn't look like he was dressed like a war. It was actually more of a top hat he had on. So, I mean, I know those Civil War hats kind of were tall, but yeah, I don't think that's why I thought maybe it wasn't something good,
Yeah.
And the dogs, I think the dogs kind of catch on to it every so often, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, nobody's having any problems right now, so I mean, they can do their thing, and we can do our thing, and that's fine with me, as long as they're not bothering anybody.
Oh no, Evie's been timed out.
Oh my God, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way.
Evie's been timed out by Streamlabs.
Streamlabs, how did Streamlabs get back in there? Oh my God.
And she hasn't even posted a link.
No.
It says don't post
No, she posted a message.
Well, last week it was Lisha, right?
Yeah,
okay.
It was.
All right. I went and literally made sure somehow Streamlabs had been made a moderator again, and I had gotten rid of Streamlabs in the and I haven't used Streamlabs for well over a year. So I don't even understand why that's happening.
No, we know you didn't,
you know what?
We know you didn't post it. I can see the message that you put, and there's nothing
what?
to do with it.
But she has a period between them and well, and I bet they thought that was part of a link.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Okay, time out, everybody. Don't have a conniption fit. Evie was here when it was happening last time.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double check and see if somehow Streamlabs snuck back in.
Streamlabs is a ghost.
I think you need to demod Streamlabs.
You know what? I demodded Streamlabs last week, and now he's back. Are you kidding me? Oh my God! I saved it, and he jumped right back in. Wait a minute. This is ridiculous. Why is that happening? No. Okay, no. It looked like he was jumping back in. I'm gonna have to ban Streamlabs.
I think you might have to.
If that happens again, guess what? I'm going to ban
You're gonna boot him.
Streamlabs.
You're gonna boot him. He's
And,
going rogue.
and
He's going
Streamlabs will
rogue.
never, ever be my friend ever again.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna post a snip of in Discord, in the moderator Discord, so that you guys can see that I have gotten rid of Streamlabs, so I can verify and we can make sure that if Streamlabs comes back, the moderators can ban him, because I'm not having that.
Hi, Potter.
That's ridiculous.
We've got Potter in
Hi,
here.
Potter. Okay. So hopefully that's the end of Streamlabs finally. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Evie, but I know you'll forgive me because you know it wasn't my fault. Lisha got it 2 weeks in a row.
She did. Yeah, she did. She did. Bless her.
And, you know, maybe that's why she didn't come back this week. She wanted somebody else to get the win.
Yeah. Well, it's Evie. Evie's been picked on.
Evie got whammied.
Look at this. You notice how we've been talking about, you know, ghosts and stuff, and that's when Streamlabs acts up. Evie says, anyone got holy water, garlic, and a cross for Streamlabs? I have a crucifix right here, if you need that to help.
I have a cross on.
Oh, dear.
Could Nightbot be remodding it? I don't think so, because the two are not related. Well, they're not supposed to be related. Maybe Nightbot and Streamlabs are in a relationship that we don't know about.
I think they've got their own moderator chat going, haven't they? That's what's happening.
Sakura girl, you should not be banned. You haven't done anything.
Oh no, Sakura's lovely. No, not at all. Oh my god.
Okay, so Potter is saying hello to everybody.
Hi, Potter.
Hi, Potter.
Bailey, hi. How are you?
Hi, Bailey.
Hi, Bailey.
So in that Reader's Digest, you know how you did like the little riddle? What was it? The little riddle
jokes?
or the? Yeah. Was there any decent ones in that one?
Let me see. They were limericks. There was not limericks.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute.
Remember?
Mrs. Roger Rabbit said they're off watching Mamma Mia together and talking about Evie Scorpio and her dirty mommy. Oh my goodness. See, that must be what's happening. Well, if they are in a love affair and Nightbot remods Streamlabs, we will check that tomorrow morning, and we will block Streamlabs if we have to.
That is so funny.
Oh,
I don't even understand it, because I disconnected from Streamlabs probably 10 months ago. You know, I've been using Nightbot. Well, I was using them both for a while. And then it seemed a little redundant, because then they were both telling people, don't post links, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it seemed a little redundant. So I got rid of Streamlabs because I always did like Nightbot better. Because I could do things like this, see?
Yeah, Nightbot's
I can do this. See, Lisa? Watch what happens. See, Lisa? And it's going to put your link, and I can do Casbat. And it'll put Casbat's link. See, I love Nightbot.
Yeah, Nightbot has been there from the beginning, I have to say.
Yep.
Literally from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of the gamers use it because if you're playing a game, you kind of need something in there to help you, because especially when you're starting out, because when you're gaming, you can't game and watch that chat the whole time. There's just no way.
I have to say that Mama M&M, Mama MM. Oh, Lisa.
Spit it out, Lisa.
Right. Hang on, let me get my teeth in. Hang on. Right. Eminem. Oh, I completely forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say?
I don't feel so bad now. How many times have I been talking and completely lost what I was saying?
I've completely lost.
Oh, that's correct.
Oh, I can't remember.
Evie,
what I was
oh,
gonna
wait a
say
minute.
now.
It jumped. Hang on. It jumped a couple. Evie says, the other week I said, I'm going to walk my dog, and Streamlabs pounced. LOL. That's true. And then Mrs. Rogers Rabbit said, especially if you're in a scenario or a dungeon, that's true. Oh, Sakura Girl said, I didn't know that Loopy Lisa has a channel. I have to subscribe.
I do. Yes, I do.
She does, and hopefully she'll get to the point where she, wants to do her stuff on there again. But
I haven't done it for a while. I had a lot. As you know, the last few months have been.
Oh, Bailey wants to call in. Hang.
But yeah, so that kind of went out the window for a little while because of everything.
Bailey, if you want to call in, there's the link.
But I shall be back.
As a matter of fact, if anybody wants, were you going to take a wee again? What?
No, she said.
No.
Oh, she'll be back on her channel someday. Yes. Oh, okay.
No, very soon. I've been away too long, and it was, I said, because of all the rubbish that happened with the whole J Bells thing.
Right. She's just kind of trying to get herself settled.
Yeah. And I didn't have much time, so I do now. So I can get.
Now, what did you say that one had? That one didn't have limericks.
This one has laughter, the best medicine.
Oh, okay, that's good. We need lots of laughter.
Well, I don't know, because these are again 1964. Like this
Potter, we don't know if Streamlabs is a cat. We don't know.
A cat?
Potter said, is Streamlabs a cat if he pounced? I have no idea.
Ah, yes. A big cat. He does.
Okay, so here's a pretty appropriate one after the article I read. After supper with friends, our host insisted that he and my husband would wash the dishes and let us girls relax. Looking helpless and unenthusiastic, my husband replied feebly, I always feel so lost in another man's kitchen. Ha ha. It was supposed to be.
Okay, read that again. I must have missed something there.
After supper with friends, our host insisted that he and my husband would wash the dishes and let us girls relax. Looking helpless and unenthusiastic, my husband replied feebly, I always feel so lost in another man's kitchen.
Probably because he's never done the dishes because his wife does them all the time, right?
He's probably never been in a kitchen.
Oh, I think Bailey's coming in, guys. Everybody say hi to Bailey. How are you?
Hello.
I'm tired.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm tired.
Yeah. I'm not. It's only 7 o'clock, but we've been having all kinds of fun.
Yeah.
I have to go back and rewatch Sally Ann's live because I was at lunch and on the phone with some people while she was live. I have to go back and watch it. When life gives you lemons, make a gin and tonic. Of course, especially if you're Evie Scorpio. Okay, Sakura Girl said hi, Bailey. Welcome.
Hey. I'm on a video chat with Sally Ann and them. I don't know how to turn my camera around, or I would show you, but.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. You're on a video chat with them, and then you called in on the live. How neat is that?
I wanted to show my support.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're having a fun night tonight. That's pretty much what my Fridays are. Usually I diamond paint, but we had some other stuff that got opened, and Lori read us
old article.
1964 Reader's Digest article about women and men kind of thing. Evie Scorpio said, hi, Bailey.
Look at the puppy.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look.
Gigi said, hello, Bailey. Evie Scorpio said, hello, Bailey.
Hey.
Is it a he or she?
Is it a he or a she? She said.
His name's Henry.
Henry.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Thanks.
Is he a mix?
No, well, we were told he wasn't, but
he looks pretty
young,
beagly.
He does look very beagly. I just
He
asked.
looks like Lemon.
He does. Lemon's got a lot more white in his actually everywhere, it looks like, but Lemon's not in here.
Just there. He was just there in the window. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was.
How old is he?
He's. How old are you? 4.
Oh. He's lovely.
Oh, look. Hi, Sally Ann. And guess who came after the Streamlabs incident? Hi, Leisha.
Leisha's back.
Hey, Sally.
Leisha's on the phone with Robin Swan. So evidently we have a big network going on here of talking to each other.
Oh, Lisha, it was Evie that was kicked out tonight. So it's all right. The kicking out, the booting's been done. So you're safe.
You're safe.
Yeah. I went back and removed Streamlabs again. We decided that if Streamlabs somehow mysteriously reappears, that Streamlabs and Nightbot has got a relationship going on, and we're going to have to ban Streamlabs. That's about the only thing we could do, I think at this point. Lisha says it's like an army, wink, wink. Sally Ann says, "Are we sure we're safe here?" Yes, because this is my environment here, and you can talk to anybody here. I keep a safe environment here.
No comment. I just
Yeah, we're not gonna kick up the dirt today. We'll kick it up tomorrow. That's fine.
I'll kick it up in the comments. I want to say though that you have no idea.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell any of you guys that are in here right now. So tomorrow, and for those of you who haven't seen that there's a scheduled live tomorrow, please go and hit the reminder, or pay attention to your notification. I have a couple of friends that they did a little bit want to get some stuff off their chest. I kind of want to get some stuff off my chest. Mostly it's about lies that have been told, and they're kind of tired of the lies continuing on. And so we're going to offer the truth, and we're going to offer backup to the truth. And after they get done, I'm going to open up the live. They're going to say their stuff. And when they're done, I'm going to open it up for anybody to come up and say what they want to say.
Been a long time coming, I think.
Well, I would just like to say before I get off, for the people calling us a mob over here, we've embraced that, and our admin team is now the mobsters. So. Come at us.
You know, I have to say that it amazes me how people think that they matter that much, that what they say is going to really affect you that much. And I understand that some people are in a mental place where they can be affected that much. But there's really no reason for it. And eventually the truth, hi Trish B. Trish B says, hi, I just tuned in. Hi.
Hi, Trish B. Hi.
Sakura Girl says, I feel really happy in this space. So, you know, Casbat and Lisa and I have been friends for a very long time. And well, right, but she's a little different because, I mean,
thanks. I appreciate that.
I didn't meet her on YouTube. I didn't meet her on YouTube. I mean, I worked with her, so I mean that's a whole different ball of wax. I mean, she could literally get on here and kind of spill the beans on me, but
And don't you forget it.
right. Just remember, I control the mute button. No, and the thing is about my channel, the reason why I say it's a safe space is because I have moderators that I have known for a long time, and I trust them. And if my mods want to block people or yell at them and block them or time them out or whatever, they do it, and nobody's going to come to me and go, "Oh, so and so did it." No, that's why they're my mods. That's what they're there for.
Do you know what I'm thinking? What I was thinking was, you do have very few mods. I know I'm one. I know Nick is, Eminem, Mama Kaz. But you might want to just kind of make a couple more for tomorrow, maybe?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now that Mrs. Roger Rabbit is also a mod.
Oh yes, she is. Yeah, yeah.
And quite honestly, I'm here too. So
there is that. Yeah.
I think when other people are talking, I think we'll be fine. I think that because here's the thing: if it's too much, they'll just start blocking, and they'll block everybody who acts up, and that'll be the end of it. Because I don't put up with it. This is something that's very serious and very important. And I'm not going to put up with a bunch of, goofiness in the chat. It's just not going to happen because it's distracting and it's not worth it. If they really want to say their piece, they can try to get up and civilly say it on panel when I open up the panel. And if not, then, they're not going to get to say their piece. That's up to them.
And I think everybody has the right to say how they feel.
But see,
they do. Why should they
I'm not gonna make more mods because people think I need more. No, I trust the people that I have moderated, and I'm not making more.
And you can't trust people. That's why this will happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
And that's the whole thing, right? I mean, you can't walk onto the YouTube scene and go, okay, my 10,000 subscribers, they're my family, they're my friends. No, they're not, because first of all, there's probably half of those subscribers that never actually interact with you, right? Whether it's 1,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, doesn't matter. Probably half of those people have never said anything in chat, never actually interacted with you, put a comment on a video or anything. How could they possibly be your friend or family or somebody you actually care about? Because you don't even know that they're there. They're just a number on your subscriber list.
And to be fair, I like I said, after everything that happened with J-Bells, I've completely lost my trust anyway. So I'm a lot more suspicious about people anyhow now. So, which is not a bad thing. I was talking about this with you yesterday, wasn't I? It's not a bad thing. It's a bit of a shame, but it's not a bad thing. So yeah, I totally get that. I was always a little bit too easy to trust.
Sakura Girl says, "Oh, the dreaded mute button." Listen, I actually last weekend I muted Eminem Mama because her mic was scratching up against her shirt when somebody was talking, and I muted her. And then I watched her look down at it, and then I watched her look down at the thing because I knew she knew something was wrong.
She is pretty tricky. You got to watch her.
Poor Laurie. You tend to be the butt of it, Laurie, don't you?
I know I do.
Oh, all right. Come here. You want to come up here? Come here. Here, let's see if I can get you up on my lap. Come here.
That lemon?
Yeah, he doesn't. No, he wants to play. I can't go play with him right now. Do you see him? Do you see him?
No.
You see how he's a lot more white though? See?
Come here.
Aww.
He looks like her much more.
She has freckles on her arms, on her one arm there.
Adorable. Yeah, I agree.
So cute.
Oh.
Aww.
Now Skylar's coming because she heard the. Now I have all three of them in here with me. You know, you
Oh,
open the.
okay. So Trish B has just said that she rewound to a bit at the beginning. Didn't know if you knew that the glue that you got in the case glows in the dark.
Come here.
What? No.
Yeah, apparently so.
The one from the Diamond Art Club? Really? It glows in the
Yeah,
dark?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
How exciting is
The
that?
last baby.
That's awesome. Yeah, I did not know that. I never saw anybody say
my.
that it glowed in the dark.
You have
Say
I've
three
hi,
seen-
babies?
I've seen
Yeah,
that one.
this is the puppy. He is 8 months old.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
look! Oh, my
Big dog.
goodness. He's
Yeah,
bigger, yeah.
we just adopted him in August, I think, or September.
He has big feet.
Yeah,
He
he's
does.
well, and they wouldn't even tell us he was a pit cross. They would only say he was a lab.
Yeah, that's what they do.
I said he's a pit. You can tell by his face.
You can,
Yep.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Lisha, I'm not sure what you mean by did I miss any important news rules at the beginning? New rules, maybe?
New
No, we
rules.
don't have any new rules here. They're the same rules we've always had. Just be nice to everybody.
Yes.
Yep.
Have a
Perfect.
But if you piss off the mods, there's no telling what they'll do to you.
Yeah, whack-a-mole,
I'm gonna
whack-a-mole.
hop off.
Okay, Bailey, thank you for coming
Bye,
by. I really
Bailey.
appreciate
Bye,
you coming by.
Bailey.
Just
Nice
thought
to
I'd
meet
show you guys support, and
Thank you.
I'll be there tomorrow. Don't you worry.
Alrighty. We'll look forward to it. Okay.
Take care,
Thanks.
Bailey.
Bye. Have a good night. Oh, that was
Bye-bye.
nice.
She's very sweet.
She is. She's
She
a
is
very sweet
yeah, she is.
young girl, young lady.
Oh. Oh, God.
Are you okay over there?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Are you sure? Are you sure
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not at the chiropractor's? You sound like you.
It does sound
I
like
feel
that.
like I am. I feel like I am. Oh.
Crack, crack.
I honestly, I nearly went in for another kiss yesterday. I nearly did. He literally pulls me right into him, sits on me, and I tell you what, yeah, I feel like I'm in a relationship with him right now.
Sakura girl, what time is the show tomorrow? It's 2:00. There, you can go. It's been scheduled for a while. You can go and click the set reminder button on it.
I don't actually know what time it is. You know, I don't know because it's kind of it's what
That's
time
all
is
right.
it?
I'll message you, Lisa, what time it is your time. It's because my time is Central Time. But if they go to YouTube and set up the reminder, it'll tell them what time it is their time.
Mm-hmm. I'll be on camera tomorrow as well. I won't just have my little picture. I'll come on camera tomorrow.
Yeah, I think everybody will be interested. Just to hear what everybody has to say. I think it. Yeah. I think people should be able to say what they want. I think people should be able to go to whatever channel they want and interact with whoever they want, and
without feeling like you are beholden
right.
to. Yeah, absolutely. Right. We're all adults. We're surely we've earned the right to do what we want to do and see when why shouldn't we? We're our own people.
Right. Sally says, "Hi everyone, glad to see you. Nice to see you here." JC Ray says, "I've been lurking here. I like your style. I tried to do chats, but I'm not good at it. The family sister community thing scares me."
Oh, bless her. Hi.
Well, you don't have to be scared here.
No,
We're just a bunch of goofballs,
not.
actually. As a matter of fact, I went live to do a live demonstration of how to use Discord, and mainly because Lisa keeps having problems with it, but other people had asked me about it, and I can't ever seem to have enough time because of my family and work and stuff to just sit down and make a recording and then upload it, edit it and upload it. So I thought, well, I'll just do it live real quick. And for 7.5 minutes, they let me sit there talking with my mic muted for 7.5 minutes. So, I mean, I embarrass myself more than anybody else embarrasses themselves on this channel. It's fine.
I can't do anything right, though. You know this. How many tutorials have you given me? And you've just got so frustrated. Well, no, actually, you should have got frustrated and you've been very patient. But I just don't get it. I don't. None of it. I really don't.
I don't know. You're getting better at the Discord thing.
Yeah, actually, yes. But only because you showed me how to put my notifications on. Otherwise, I'd still be oblivious.
Another tutorial.
Yeah.
Well, eventually I might have the time to make a proper video that's actually recorded, and I can, do little extra arrows to point better and stuff. I just, I work and I have family, and my life is kind of chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so many hours in
Gigi
a day.
Dardine said, when is this? If you're talking about the live they were asking about, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
What time, though?
Well, it's 2:00 Central Time. Like I said, if you go to,
What's that for us? That's 8, I think.
Plus 6, Lisa.
Well,
add 6.
Thank you.
normally we've been scheduling them at 3:00, but
Right.
you know what happens, right? We get off the live and then we chat, and then poor Kaz is dead the next day because we're up too late for you guys anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why she wanted to do it an hour early. 7 minutes and 49 seconds. LOL. Can't believe nobody said anything. Well, that was just it. I mean, I don't know.
It's
Maybe
not my fault.
Wait a minute.
I was walking the dogs.
Well, wait. All I'm going to say is maybe they were enjoying watching me with no sound, because
they just wanted a bit of peace and quiet for once.
Right, because I'm a loudmouth, so maybe that's what it was. I don't know, but I have to be honest. It did cause me to learn how to half-ass. Actually, I didn't fully learn, but half-ass use the clipping tool. So whatever, it's fine. So now there's 2 versions of it up there. One I clipped that still has the chat, and one that I saved as a secondary thing. Hi, Robin Swan. Nice to see you.
Hi, Robin Swan. Sally. Who's Sally?
I don't know.
Hi, Sally.
Sakura Girl says, I'll be having a mani-pedi then, so I might have to catch the replay. I'll listen as much live as I can. That's fine. I mean, it's definitely going to stay up. I don't,
Take it down.
all of my embarrassing situations are there. Yeah, no, I haven't taken anything down. Hello, he. That kind of maybe made me think that maybe you should have just put the little devil emoji there. Who was it that said they like how I run my lives? Well, I'm glad, because I kind of like.
Sakura.
Oh yes,
Sakura
I kind of course I'm not getting any diamond painting done. That's the bad part of tonight's live, but yeah, Sakura Girl did the devil emoji.
Can I just say your chat is at 30 right now?
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Well, maybe we're making new friends.
I know. Yes. I think it's wonderful.
I do. I think it's lovely as well.
Sally says, I've been around mostly on Kazbat's channel. Yep, that's probably where she heard of me then.
The lovely Lighthouse House. That's another one. That's somebody else. Kaz is the other one that has tried desperately to tutor me in all sorts of things. And honestly, by the end of it, she'd aged about 10 years.
Well, I'll tell you, I thought I was going to age a little bit that one night where you had your laptop I was trying to help you fix, and you had your phone, and so she's got her phone and she's trying to hold it. And can you see? Can you see? No. Can you see what it says on the screen now?
And you're like, no.
And I'm like,
I can't.
no, flip it around so it's not looking at you. And you're like, oh.
Oh my goodness. That was a long time ago now.
I know,
That
but
must have
see,
been
my
like 2
memory is way
years
better than
ago.
yours.
It is.
Yeah.
No, I remember that. I do remember that. I do.
It hasn't been. It couldn't have been 2 years yet.
It must be nearly that. Surely.
Maybe a year and a half or so. It could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sally says, I was here once before WhiteTiger Unplugged. I'm so boring. I'm not memorable. No, actually, I remembered seeing your name, but I mean, I don't know who you are to tell her who you are.
Yeah, no, I do as well now. I do remember Sally as well.
It's hard to tell because people can have the same names too and be different people sometimes. So, you know, if I haven't had a conversation with you, it kind of, I'm bad with names, so
Yeah.
that's just the way I am.
Can I just ask a quick question?
No, you can make a statement. You can't ask a question.
I don't know why I bothered to ask you because you're always going to shoot me down. StreamYard seems to have disappeared. Is he sulking or have you booted him? I'm not sure which one it is.
I did put the picture in.
Is he sulking?
In Discord, and he actually should be gone. Lisha did say, I rewound a bit and just heard Lisa tell me I am safe from Streamlabs tonight. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, Streamlabs went off after Evie's
Evie got booted.
I'm more likely to think that Streamlabs and Nightbot do kind of have something going on there.
I agree.
But we are going to break up that unhappy couple because they're not welcome here.
Because
see, I have right. If you're not posting a link, they shouldn't be blocking them. And see, if it was Nightbot, I could just go on and go in and turn off that portion of it, right, and fix that problem. But when you don't even have your channel hooked up to Streamlabs anymore, and they're kind of hijacking something that's not even a link, I don't know what you do about that. Other than I'd have to contact Streamlabs and say, you got to fix your program here because something's amiss.
Yeah.
So did I answer your question? Did you even ask your question?
I don't remember now.
Okay.
I can't remember, but yeah.
Mrs. Roger Rabbit said, they are an unholy alliance. They need to be divided.
They are. They split up.
Yeah, they do need to be split up.
Yeah. Yeah. How you doing there, Laurie?
Oh, I'm fine. It's Friday night. I'm kind of,
Just a little welfare check. That's all.
Oh, thanks. I'm about to take to my bed for the evening, and
nice.
Okay,
Sally
you
said,
weren't.
well, nice
you weren't here last week.
Have a great live, ladies. Thank you, Sally, for stopping by. Please come back again. We have a live scheduled for tomorrow. If you want to check it out, feel free.
Yeah.
Robin Swan said, hi, Evie, Mrs. Roger Rabbit, Sally, WhiteTiger Unplugged, and M&M Mama.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Hi, Robin Swan.
Not my name wasn't mentioned, I see, but that's okay.
Did anybody else want to come up and tell us a lovely ghost story or anything? Mrs. Roger Rabbit, you want to come say hi? Want to talk to you voice talk to you in a long time?
Take care, Sally. See you soon.
Anybody? Bueller? I'll offer it up one more time. I am.
Yeah, what is that?
She's clicking her pen.
My God, you guys. I can't do anything around here. Evie says, I'm off to bed. I took my meds, so it's dangerous for me to type in chat. Night, WhiteTiger Unplugged, Loopy Lisa, and M&M Mama, and Mrs. Roger Rabbit.
Night.
Good night, Evie.
It was lovely to see you. Lots of love to you. Love you lots.
Okay, so I guess what we'll do
And
is
Gigi. Oh, I love Gigi.
it's getting late for, well, not exactly late for me, but late for a lot of people, it seems. So I guess we'll go ahead and close this one out. But I want to remind everybody first, please hit the thumbs and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We finally did reach the threshold of we have more subscribed people actually watching than non-subscribed people, which makes me feel really good, right? So make sure you hit the bell so that hopefully, you know, when YouTube decides to send out notifications, you get one. And okay, Mrs. Roger Rabbit said, when I was in my freshman year of college, we lived in this old house. We had a portable dishwasher we kept in the corner of the kitchen. She's going to type out this story. Is that what she's going to do?
Oh, I wish she'd come on. I'd love to see her.
You can just call, just voice.
Yeah, I'd love to see her. I haven't seen her in so long. Oh, sorry, Robin.
What did Robin say?
I don't know whether she did say hello and I didn't see it. I don't know whether she's saying that to me. I don't think she was. No, she might have been talking to somebody else. I was only joking though, to be fair. I don't take things that personally. I'm all right. I'm not that sensitive. I'll go and cry later. It'll be fine.
What happens in WhiteTiger chat? Oh, you guys, don't be getting the cords. What the hell are you doing down there? Hey. Sorry, the dogs are messing with my cords. Hey! Come on. Come on. What are you doing? Get your tail out of there. Oh my goodness. Oh, see what he did? He turned my camera off. You see what he did?
Yes.
Oh, how did you do that?
Oh my God. The dog is up underneath here on the ottoman and the cords like go back there and his tail's going like this, right? I still don't have it right.
Hi, Leaping Lizard, my lovely. Lovely to see you.
Let's see. Maybe that's close.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I'll have to fix it tomorrow. Yeah, he's back there wagging his tail, and the cords are going like this. And whatever one he grabbed was the one for the camera. And I'm like, and he'll unplug everything because he's just the way he is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why and I can't get him to move. Come on. What are you tangled up in?
I don't know, but he just moved it again.
Jeez. Oh my God. Come on.
Funny.
Come on. What are you doing? God, I can't even get him to come here. Come here. Okay, I think he might have it around his leg. Hang on. I'm going to turn my camera off so I can.
Okay. Can I just
try to
Mr. Roger? Oh, Mr. Roger Rabbit's in as well now.
I see what happened.
I was the last to leave the class.
Okay.
And the first to get home.
Hang on.
On 4 or 5 different occasions, it rolled from the corner to be wedged in front of the back door. Oh,
okay, I understand.
That's pretty funny.
Come back here. Come here. You're okay.
Do you have to leave?
Okay.
Go on. Come on.
Jeez.
Are you all right?
You're not even going to believe what he did. You're just not even going to believe what he did.
What did Lemon do?
No, it was Gizmo. Hang on, I gotta move the. I have to move the desk. I have to move the desk back down. Hang on. What the heck's going on now?
Probably unplugged it.
I can see you and I can hear you. Oh, I can't
hang
see
on.
you anymore. Where have you gone?
I know. Hang on. I'm trying to bring it back down.
There it comes.
There was a cord still stuck.
You look tiny.
So let me tell you what happened. I don't know how he managed, but and it still isn't going all the way down like it's supposed to. I don't know what happened back there. I'll have to fix the cords, but he had the cam wire. Somehow he had it like this, and he was trying to come out. And so every time he was trying to leave, he had the cord wrapped around his chest. And so he was taking the camera with him. So I had to push him back far enough to get the cord because it's plugged in, right? If I could have just What a mess.
Oh my God, you're heavy breathing.
Well, yeah, I'm fine. I was just, oh my goodness gracious.
Oh,
I'm sighing
pretty
more than
funny.
anything. Okay, so what did I miss? We missed this whole story.
Yes, you need to go back and have a look.
Mrs. Roger Rabbit, can't you just call in now that I've had this technical difficulty problem?
Because Mr. Roger Rabbit is talking and Mrs. Roger Rabbit is talking. So I don't know whether it's the same story and they're telling different parts. I'm not entirely sure. Don't know.
Okay, we have to get this together.
Yeah.
It's kind.
He's copying, he's cutting and pasting whatever he's doing.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Oh, now I'm pushing the right button. How's that? Is that better? I was pushing the wrong buttons. I guess I got flustered.
We've all been there.
Now I feel better because now I don't feel like I'm like reaching up like this. You guys, I don't know what you're... Are they even listening to us? Because obviously I wasn't reading the story.
No.
I had a dog stuff. I'm going to have to zip tie those cords because he does that all the time. He hasn't done that before with the camera. But he like unplugs a cord jumping out that way. Mr. Roger Rabbit, can he even hear us, Mrs. Roger Rabbit? Like he's typed all this stuff, but I had a catastrophe going on, and so I don't even know where he started.
Right, we need to go back. I read the first one, which was I was the last to leave.
About the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started that, and then everything went downhill from there.
Right.
No,
it was before that. It says
when I was my freshman year of college. Okay, we lived in this old house. We had a portable. There she comes. Okay, tell us the story.
I don't know the story. Let me hand it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Let me hand it to him.
Turn your
He can tell you
YouTube
the
down.
story.
Turn your YouTube down, please.
Me?
I'm on mic. You shouldn't be able to hear me.
I can hear something in the background.
I do too.
I hear YouTube. It's my YouTube.
I hate this program. Oh, I see what it is. I see it. I found it. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, hold on. Let me hand you all to him so he can tell the story.
Hi, baby.
Howdy.
Okay, which story am I telling?
The one that you typed out that we had the dog catastrophe with. We couldn't read.
Oh, okay. So when I moved to college, I moved into this old arts and crafts house that was built in the 1920s in Austin. It was a 2-bedroom house that had another bedroom built into the back of it. And the only way you could get through it were 2 French doors that sat in my room that led to my roommate's room. And the dishwasher was the first episode that continued to happen throughout the time we lived there. We had a portable dishwasher. They're on wheels, and you roll it up to the sink, you plug it in, you'd hook it up to the faucet, and it would wash the dishes. I was the last one to leave for class every day, and I was the first one home. And several times, at least 4 or 5, but there may have been more incidents where that dishwasher was pushed from the far corner of the kitchen all the way across the kitchen and wedged between the back door and the stove. And that's an uphill roll. We put marbles on it. We did everything we could to figure out how that dishwasher was moving. There is no way that dishwasher moved. The first night we were there, we didn't even have power. And in my roommate in the back where the French doors were, there were those roll-up shades, the ones that always fly up real easy.
Yeah.
He had those all the way around his room. And in the front room was a friend of ours who had helped us move. He was crashing on the couch for the night. We had no power. We had just blown all the candles out and whatever else we had lit. And we were all going to bed. I was in my room. My roommate Blake was in his room, and my friend Andrew was in the front room. And all of a sudden, one of the blinds in Blake's room rolls up, and a Venetian blind, the old style, the big, thick, fat, old style, in the front room dropped. And of course, Andrew starts screaming because he's in the pitch black and he's hearing noises everywhere. And he's like, "What was that? What was that?" Of course, this is our first night there. We have no idea what's going on. Once we were there for about 2 or 3 months, I was sitting in Blake's room and we had curtains on the French doors to give us privacy. And Blake had gotten up and gone to the bathroom and left the door open. And all of a sudden I look up and one of those blankets swings open like somebody had held it open as they walked through. And then it closed real quick, as if somebody had passed through.
Whoa.
And then there was one other incident, and it was in Blake's room. And I was one of those kids, who went to college, and I went to the University of Texas at Austin. So, there were things that people did at the University of Texas at Austin that are quite common today and legal in some states. And I was sitting in his room doing some of those things. Again, Blake had left, and all of a sudden, the utensil that was sitting in my hand got ripped out of my hand and thrown on the floor.
Wow. Wow.
Holy cow.
Did you feel them being, did you feel like, what did it feel like, them being ripped out? What was
there was no, it was never any coldness, no chill or anything, Lisa. It was just those, it was just those types of things that happened. Now, one of the things we learned later on was this house sat underneath a drainage, there was a drainage culvert that literally ran under one corner of this house.
Mm.
And so what we're thinking is that was part of it is because, a lot of times holes or caverns tend to attract spirits.
Right.
And so literally this culvert ran up right to the back of the house and cut diagonally across the yard right around the garage. And the garage was not really a garage. It was more of a porte-cochere. And so you literally, there was no sides to this garage. And one night it was pouring a flood and literally this creek overflowed and it was flowing through our backyard. And at the time, we didn't know, that this could do this, but it really truly was this little old house, very unassuming, that always just seemed to imbibe these types of spirits and things going on.
Wow. How long were you there for? How long did
Just
you
a
stay
year.
there?
Just a year.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably a good thing.
we didn't get out. We were never felt threatened or anything. There was one other incident, but it wasn't really an incident. Blake had a girl that absolutely adored him in high school. And my friend Blake was incredibly smart. He graduated number 3 in the class, and this girl graduated number 2. She had a huge crush on him, and he had no interest in her whatsoever. Well, one night he hollers at me and says, "There's somebody standing at the door, at my door." And of course, we're like, okay. And so I wander into the bathroom and kind of peek through the blind, and sure enough, there is somebody standing at his door.
Oh my God.
And so I went and grabbed my shotgun and walked into the bathroom, flipped the light on and cocked it. And all of a sudden I see these hands in the air waving back and forth. And sure enough, it was Cindy. She was there to stalk him. But
that's even more freaky.
Well, she's a nice girl. She really is. But,
I know, but that's still a bit freaky, isn't it?
yeah, it was.
That is very freaky.
They had no relationship whatsoever. They didn't hang out. They didn't date. They didn't do anything. She just
that makes it
showed up.
worse. Well, how did she get in the house?
She didn't. She was at the back door in the backyard.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
Sakura Girl said, fascinating story. All the cats have gathered. They're all staring at my phone, hanging on every word.
Oh, gosh. No, the scariest place I ever lived was St. Louis. We lived in this old brownstone that had a basement that had, it was built in 1882, I believe. And it had this basement from hell. And it had this, had this little storage room up underneath the stairs that I used for storage. But it was, like a typical basement. This was a brownstone that had 3 different apartments in it. And that's actually where I moved um, her into. We met online, and then I moved her into this place, and she walks down there and says, "Oh hell no, I'm not going down there again." And we literally lived no more than a mile from the Limp Mansion, and there are caverns all over this part. Kim, we lived in Soulard, so you
Oh
know.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we lived at 12th Street in Shenandoah, so we were. Yeah, you walk the neighborhood. I mean, we used to go all over that place, and right around the corner, she kept getting this bad feeling about this big, huge mansion that was being renovated, and she kept saying, "I see a guy in a soldier uniform in the yard." And I'm like, "There's nobody there. I couldn't see it. Never saw it. Never could see him. Never heard him." And she walked past him all the time, and she says she had a name for him. His name was John.
Wow.
John Gray. But we would walk the neighborhood all the time. It's such a neat old neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's where the Anheuser-Busch plant is, and we would walk down there and hit the tour in the afternoons, and get our 2 free beers, and go down to Grant's Farm, which is her ancestors' place. Grant's Farm was always fun because we'd take all the kids and we'd hang out in the garden while they ran them up. But anyhow, so this neighborhood is known for its bootlegging. It's known for its Shanghaiing. And they used the tunnels to store the beer, but they also used it for smuggling and all kinds of stuff. And they wind all through this neighborhood. And there is a hole in this basement that leads back into part of the other buildings. And so, again, a portal. But, this house never scared me, but it always had that feeling that it was occupied.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
It is a feeling, isn't it? That you do get feelings about places, for sure. There have been places that I've walked into. I mean, I live in England, and particularly around where I live, there are lots of very old castles and churches and places. And I know you definitely get a distinct intuitive feeling that it's impossible, like a sixth sense in a sense, I guess.
It is. Now, we also had one other thing happen at that apartment that we actually caught on video. And I have the videotape, and I'm going to have to convert it to digital. But we had a cat. We had this little laundry room tucked into the side of our master bedroom. And it was literally a little pass-through into another building that had been built on. And we walk into the bedroom one day and look up this little... I mean, the walls in this building were, 18, 24 inches thick, like they are in older buildings.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there, and she's kind of just staring at the walls and looking up and, just kind of wondering. And then we realize there are prismatic colors swirling all around, not physically in the air, but on the walls and on the floor and on the washer and dryer. And they're just kind of swirling around her, and she's just watching this. And there is a window in there, but there was no way that was doing this. This was too low to the ground, and it was at night, but you could still see it, and it was just absolutely stunning the way this cat was just fascinated with it. And we have that on video.
Wow.
Really? Wow.
That'd be interesting to see, actually. That would be interesting.
Well, I'm getting ready to empty a storage shed where those videotapes are, so I'm going to pull them out and see if I can't convert it, because I have a friend who has a converter, and I'm going to borrow.
Yeah, definitely. It fascinates me. Anything like that does. Well, it's the unknown, isn't it? It's fascinating.
Yep.
Yeah.
So those are my stories.
Thank you. That's really, thank you. That's yeah.
Thank you for telling us. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm going to give you back to Mrs.
Hey,
Yes.
yeah, put her back on. But if you guys send me the address for that place, I can run by there and see where you guys were talking about.
Sure,
that.
it's at Shenandoah and 13th on the southwest corner.
Thank you so much.
It's a big, huge house. You can't miss it.
Thank you for sharing with us. It was really nice to speak to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, he's a really great guy.
Yeah, he's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no doubt, because the breweries, and I mean, the Lemp Mansion and Anheuser-Busch, all of those tunnels are under there from when the Prohibition happened, and they were using all those tunnels to all kinds of things. Big house with a monogrammed balcony.
Yeah, I think it's got a D on it, but I'm not positive. I can't remember. It's either a D or an N. I can't remember anymore.
Is it on the corner?
It's I could show you on a map. When you're walking down 13th, you take a left onto you're walking down Shenandoah, you take a left onto 13th. It's on the right-hand side. It's a big house it's got the monogram on in the ironwork on the balcony.
Okay.
I'm trying to find what the address was in St. Louis in the 1860s because I'm pretty sure he's a Civil War soldier, but I'm not. I don't know what the addresses were back then. So
yeah,
I haven't.
Well, what I was saying, if you give me the address that it was then, I can go and see at least where that house was. So that to see the area, because I mean, well, let's face it. I mean, you were around with me on the channel. Remember when we sent my parents to the Lemp mansion? We took them to the dinner and thing, and then had the whole episode with my dad's phone. Bless you.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. That's typical Lemp, though.
Yeah.
Whenever we drove by, we would see the little boy up in the window. We'd see the.
Yeah, see, I've never seen that, but I've never seen that, but
she's hard
bless
to see.
you.
Bless
She's
you.
hard to see. You're going to only catch a glimpse of her in the mist. You won't see her straight on. You only see a glimpse of her in the mist.
Okay. Lisa, even Lisha said bless you.
Oh, thank you.
When you're going by Lemp, if you look back over your shoulder and look at the window closest to the street, you have to be driving away from it. You can't be driving towards it. You have to be driving away. Look over your shoulder and look at the top, the highest most window closest to the street, and you'll see the little boy in the window. I think he has Down syndrome. I'm not positive, but I think
yes,
Down syndrome.
Yes. Well, you do know that story, right?
I know what they said. They said he was a mongoloid, but I don't believe that. I think he had Down syndrome.
No, I think he had Down syndrome too. But they kept him locked up on the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
And that's where he ended up dying.
Yeah. It's a sad story.
Okay.
It's a really sad story, but over in that neighborhood, you see a lot. There's a lot there. You can see the slaves going on really dark nights when the moon's really full. You'll see slaves running down the street over the tunnels, and you can tell they're slaves by the way they're dressed and how ragged they are.
Right.
And you can feel the fear off of them. You'll actually get the sense of fear emanating off of them. I mean, it is just it overcomes you.
Well, those tunnels were also used for transporting people too. I mean, the tunnels underneath the city have been used for all kinds of.
Oh yeah, the tunnels under Soulard were used for the Shanghai. They were used for the Underground Railroad. They were used before the Underground Railroad. They were used for transporting people into the breweries and out of the breweries who they wanted to disappear. There was a lot of bad things in those tunnels. Yes,
Lisha, this is St. Louis. That's where I live. Yeah, we're talking about St. Louis.
Oh yeah.
And Prohibition, and I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's that too. That's actually, you can get a real sense of that. You can smell it if you get too close to the tunnels. It's a really nasty smell.
What I really want to do is I have my friend Maria. She comes and does the true crime sometimes with me on here when I was doing it more. But we want to go take the actual, like what they call the ghost tour, where they actually take you around at Lemp Mansion, where they take you around and they tell you like where all the sightings are and all the backstories and all. Like, I really am fascinated with that because, especially after we had the incident and we knew that. See So when you rent a room, it's not really a room. It is literally like one parlor, a bedroom. It really is. That wouldn't have been a bedroom probably, and a bathroom, right? And the front room, which faced the street, was the room where the
suicides.
Well, yeah, the young brother,
yeah,
committed suicide after he inherited everything. That was the room in which he shot himself, right? And so it was just really weird, that my dad had that incident with his phone, and then like within the next 6 months, he ended up having to replace the phone. It wouldn't hold a charge.
Oh, that's so crazy. It was a brand new phone, wasn't it?
No.
No? Okay, well
No.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So,
I think
but you know,
the one that
but
committed
the
suicide in
funny
that
thing was, is
room-
we were afraid we were going to lose the picture, right? So we sent it to all of our phones because we knew that something weird was going on with his phone, and
Oh yeah.
and that picture is really, really weird. I mean, just it looks like a badly developed photograph from I wonder if she was having problems.
No,
Or she decided to go to bed.
I hit my mic or
No,
my
not you. Lori
okay.
left. But what was I saying now? She made me lose my mind.
The picture.
The picture.
Yeah, the picture.
Oh, yeah, the picture. We sent it to all of our phones just to make sure we didn't lose it, because I was afraid we were going to lose it off of his phone, and I was lucky that I was able to text it around to everybody before we had to shut his phone down.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
That's a crazy place, though. I've never been in there. I wouldn't go in because the feeling is too much.
See, I'm going to tell you, I want to go back. I mean, but you know, COVID kind of poo-pooed on that. I mean, I went back with Maria, and we went to another one of the dinner theater evenings. I mean, and let's face it, I mean, it is expensive, but for what you get, it's not really expensive. It's like $60 a person, and you get like a full meal, and you get wine, and you get
rest to boot,
and you get the entertainment. So I took my daughter, and Maria took her daughter, and we had a great time. And like, they say that sometimes things will happen, but usually they don't happen while those things are going on, right?
No, you need to go when the veil is thin.
Right. Well, you know, that place, they were there was a show that came and did one of their episodes there about the Olympic Ocean, and they still have a 24/7 camera there. Who is that?
That is my headset acting up. My
Oh.
connector is misbehaving for some reason.
Tell it to behave. I was about to mute Eminem Mama. Are you done with your sneezing fit?
Yeah,
Yes.
I just had a massive sneezing fit. Sorry
Yes.
about that. Massive.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
I think my internet's flipping.
Oh.
It's very weird.
I'm sorry.
Do you have an address on it? He's trying to pull up the house address for you.
Okay.
Why can't I be normal? Why can't I just sneeze once like any normal person? Why do I have to sneeze 100 times?
Isn't that normal?
No, is it? I don't know.
I think it is.
Is it?
Well, I will tell you, Lisa, I sneeze twice, but I swear my lungs pop out every time I sneeze.
No.
I cough before I sneeze.
15 is about right for me, at least.
Hi, Leaping Lizard.
I don't sneeze that much. I do this coughing thing before I sneeze, and then I sneeze, and then I cough again, and then I sneeze. And
well, they do say that if you sneeze 7 times in a row, it's the same as having an orgasm. Not true. Absolutely
no.
not true. Apparently.
Really?
Who told you that?
Oh, I don't know.
I think someone lied.
I do too.
I think the more you sneeze, the more uncomfortable it becomes.
Yeah, exactly. It's really not.
It's probably closer to palpitations than to an orgasm.
The Secure Girl said I sneeze 8 to 10 times. See, Lisa, you're not the only one.
Okay. Oh, dear.
Am I missing something? Oh no, she must have messaged something that hasn't popped up here yet.
I just cleared it. It's coming up.
Okay. Okay. No comparison, right?
Look the light above. Light above.
Oh dear.
Well, that was
Sorry
fun.
about that, girls. It's all right. We're all ladies together. It's all good.
27 South 13th.
Wait a minute. Okay, let me write it down.
Oh, I love that house. God, I love that house.
27.
Looks really good.
What did you say?
27.
23 South.
Yeah, 2327 South 13th.
2327 South 13th Street. I'm gonna have to go find it.
It's a beautiful house. I'm telling you, I wanted that house so bad. I would love to live in that house. I love that house. We used to live over on Shenandoah. So we're the one that looks like a school building over on Shenandoah. That's where we used to live.
I haven't been over there in a while, so I'd have to drive around to see to re-envision what you're talking about. But yeah. Okay, so now we got the story, which was what we stopped ending the live because the story started coming. And I guess I'm going to have to recalibrate my camera and everything for tomorrow because the dog saw fit to make a mess of that. But okay, everybody, thank you very much for coming by. And Lisa, of course, thank you for coming on and sneezing all over us.
I'm really sorry.
And and Lori, thank you as always with the wonderful, wonderful Reader's Digest story that we much enjoyed. Well, at least figuring out what they thought that back then. And Mrs. Roger Rabbit, thank you for coming up and having your husband tell us the story. And so everybody, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so that maybe you can get notifications. YouTube doesn't always send them.
And also, thank you so much to everybody in the chat who have just been amazing. Every single one has just been amazing all night and so welcoming to everybody that's come in and just lovely as always. It's lovely. So thank you.
That's what we try to have around here, right?
Yeah.
And we can just kind of. That's the nice thing about doing a Friday night live. It's like we could come and relax and be, ourselves, and just have a laugh and do some silly stuff and have a good time. They say you shouldn't keep paranormal pics or videos that have dark energy on your back. Oh, yeah, there's no dark energy. It's fine.
No, it's visual. It's not anything that's going to harm anybody. There's no interactive ability with those in that house. They're long. It's just repeating the routine they've done for years.
I think she was talking about the picture on my phone. Yeah,
I think it's residual though. I don't know if they actually interact. I've never seen them interact. I've never seen evidence of them interacting. So.
And what else? Oh, yeah, there's a live tomorrow. If you want to go, it's been scheduled for a few days, so you can go and hit the reminder so that you can make sure that hopefully you get the reminder. What time is your live tomorrow? 2:00 Central Time.
It's 8 o'clock in the UK. The UKers out there. It's 8 o'clock our time.
But I highly recommend going and hit the reminder on it. And it should send out a notification when we go live. But you can't always count on YouTube to actually do that stuff. And please, share it out if you know anybody who might be interested in joining the fun times with us. That's one way we can get stuff out there. Feel free to leave any comments, questions, things you'd like to see coming up. And of course, you can always join the Discord. We kind of have, some silliness in there sometimes too. Gigi said, thank you, WhiteTiger, Eminem Mama, Loopy Lisa, and everyone. Sakura Girl said, very fun night. Lisha says, sometimes when I have low blood sugar and get nausea, I cough a few times, then I sneeze. Sakura Girl said, good night. All right, on that note, we will leave, and we will see those of you who show up tomorrow. And until then, have a wonderful weekend.
Night. Take care. Lots of love.
Bye.
Bye.
It's hung up ending.